All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Choice Nugs Only. So this is technically the first official Choice Nugs Only. We did the crossover event for episode 1, but this will be episode 2 if you're following along. I know it's very confusing. So each week we're just going to break down our favorite music picks and kind of bullshit a little bit. So I'm going to get us kicked off and started here. So tune in and smoke out and get ready for Choice Nugs Only. All right, Carson, you ready for Choice Nugs this week?
Let's do it, man. Episode 1.
Choice Nugs Only. Yeah, this is technically episode 1. The first one was kind of a crossover episode, so this is episode 1.2 or 1.0.
Yeah, you could say that.
So I wanted to talk about something from last week. That was, my mom actually brought it up to me. So when we were talking about Jay and Silent Bob and Kevin Smith, I downplayed how much I liked those movies, and I don't know why I did that. So I just wanted to have just a truth talk with you, since we're going to be hosting this show together. So my mom reminded me of this. I don't know why. I think it was just because I was too stoned and drunk, but when I was like 15, she let me pick our trip to where I wanted to go. So we went to the Quick Stop from Clerks in Leonardo, New Jersey, and then we went to Jay and Silent Bob's secret stash so I could buy Jay and Silent Bob toys. So I don't know why.
They had toys?
Yeah, it was dope. So the Jay toy would say all this, all snoochie boochies and all that shit. But then the Silent Bob toy wouldn't say anything. You'd press his button, it just wouldn't say anything. So that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
You could interchange their hands and shit. So that was pretty dope. I was pretty happy about that.
But yeah.
So yeah, I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I did that. I felt like a liar after that. So my mom reminded me. She's like, yeah, I don't know why we were acting like we didn't plan a whole fucking family trip around that.
Just so you could see the Jay and Silent Bob stuff.
Just to go to a convenience store. That's like going to 7-Eleven in another state just because it was in a movie once. So
did you buy anything there?
I did. I bought some candy. We took some pictures in front of it. I'll have to find those and put those up on Instagram. But I just don't know why I lied about that. So I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
Yeah, never lie to me again, Perry.
My bad.
I can't even trust you now, dude.
Fuck. But before we get into the music stuff, you have some big news.
Oh yeah,
big news.
The news, the big news, the boss news.
I don't know. Is that the same? Are we talking about the same thing?
Are we? I don't know. Talking about the car?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm buying a car tomorrow.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm not a big car guy, but what kind of car are you getting?
It's a 2013 Mustang Boss 302.
Oh shit! Somebody's gonna make fun of you for it at some point. And no,
somebody's gonna tear me a new one.
I know, and it's a dope car, but there's gonna be somebody's that's a fucking piece of shit car.
Oh, no, there's always haters, you know.
Yeah.
Camaro haters guys don't like Mustang guys. Mustang guys don't like Camaro guys. Mustangs kill people.
Wait, what? Is that a true thing?
No, it's like a stereotype, you know, because guys will be leaving car meets, you know, like big cars and coffee events. And they'll want to show off for everybody when they're leaving. Right. You know, when the meet breaks up. So they pull out of the parking lot and just fucking gun it onto the street, you know, just bury their foot in the gas, and then the back end starts fishtailing, and, you know, they don't know how to actually drive the car. So they just fucking whip it into the crowd or into the other lane. No, it's all, I can't believe you haven't heard of it. It's all over YouTube, Facebook, shit
there's
that.
People getting crashed into?
Well, I mean, it's not super, you know, violent, like deaths, but it's usually crashing into other cars, whipping it into the oncoming lane, tapping some guy.
Right. Just little. Well.
Yeah, that's a Mustang stereotype.
I mean, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, you know, you just gotta not be an idiot with your car.
Right.
I've never driven anything with 440 horsepower till tomorrow.
Ooh.
So
you get to drive it right off the lot?
Oh yeah. I'm leaving with the keys. Mm-hmm.
And you said the guy called you and put your engine on the thing.
Yeah, he called me earlier today, and he was like, "Yeah, hey, just thought you might want to hear this." And I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck is he gonna tell me? Like somebody buy it before me or some shit?" But no, I hear him get in the car and fucking put the keys in, fire it up. He's like, "Listen to that thing!" And fucking holds the phone next to the exhaust, and has some guy rev it up.
Right.
So I'm like, "Oh man, he's just excited to make some money. He's gonna make a fat commission off that thing."
Oh, I bet. There was what color is your car?
The one I have now?
Yeah.
It's silver.
Silver. Oh, there was a show. You remember that show, My Strange Addiction?
Yeah.
There was a guy on there who was in love with his car. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah.
I think it was a Mustang. I might be wrong, but
I don't remember.
It was a red car.
I was gonna say it's a red car. Yeah.
And he
I've seen
was
the
like
episode.
making out with it and shit, and like I'm pretty sure he stuck his dick in it. Like they show him, like his face kind of convulses a couple times. But yeah, that's what I think of when I think of like oh, I love my car. I just instantly think of My Strange Addiction. That show ruined it for me.
Fuck that car, dude.
That's what I was getting at. I mean, you were talking about it like you're probably gonna I'm gonna drive it home and I'm gonna fuck it immediately.
Yeah, dude. Like,
which would you just would it be like the gas tank? Is that where you'd fuck it, or where would you?
I mean, there's like the gas tank. I guess you could use the like the exhaust pipe. That's kind of like taking her to Browntown.
Ooh. Oh. So gas is vagina, and the exhaust is anal.
Mm-hmm.
What would be oral? Under the hood, just slam the hood on your dick.
No, where you like put the oil in, like open up the hood, put the oil in the engine, but just put it in there.
Hey.
I don't know.
That's funny. Well, I'm excited for you. That'll be fun.
No, it's gonna be a good day.
And at least you'll have a good time when you're driving over to record the podcast.
So yeah,
it'll be like
that's gonna make that hour a lot more enjoyable.
It's a hard top, right? It's not like a
it's a hard top,
not like a convertible.
No.
All right, so let me see. What should we get into? I had some stuff. Oh yeah, so since we've been doing this podcast, fuck, will you hand me that water?
Yeah.
Oh no, the one next to it, the bottle. Oh. Sorry.
My bad.
Since we've been doing this podcast, people have like sent music for me to check out.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. My bad. I'll edit that shit out. Anyway, people have sent me music to check out and shit. This guy, Jimmy the Human, he's pretty dope. He's a rapper. I think it said he was from Maine. Fuck, I have like that shit in my throat where...
Mm. Just cough it out. You'll be alright.
Yeah.
Don't die now.
We'll be alright. Anyway, Jimmy the Human.
That's how you say it?
Yeah, so he sent me his thing. He was asking about being a guest on the podcast. I mean, I told him... I was honest. I was like, we just are starting up.
Mm-hmm.
But his shit was dope. I mean, dope enough that I'm talking about it right now. So
yeah.
Shout out to Jimmy the Human. He's not like a partner or anything like that, but he just hit me up on, I think it was Twitter.
But his shit's just dope.
It's fire, yeah.
Like, how much did you listen to?
I listened to a couple of his songs, like 3 or 4. It's like he's got weird videos, so I like that. I always like the weirdo shit. Like there's one he's like on a razor scooter or some shit, and he's just going down like this suburban street or some shit. And then there's another where he's got like this, I think it's like, I don't know, I watched it once. He's got like a snowman head on, and he's walking out of some type of house or something like that. It was really weird, but it's really good music. So
I'll have to check him out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep in touch with him for sure. So I don't think he's probably listening, but maybe I'll tell him we talked about him. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, if he's good, we'll have to have him on.
Yeah, well, I mean, I gotta figure out this will be the first test run next week because I'll be out of town. I'll be on the East Coast.
Oh yeah,
repping my city, Boston, Massachusetts. Brockton, Massachusetts. Well, I always say Boston just because people are like, where? I'm like, I'm from fucking Boston. But Brockton, Massachusetts, where I'm going back to. So I'm excited, but we're going to have to test out the long distance thing and see how that's going to work.
Yeah, we'll have to find a platform for that.
People have to bear with us if it's shitty quality. They can suck my dick if it's... I'm sorry, that was very aggressive.
That's rude,
I apologize to our listeners. So I guess we should, since this is technically a music podcast, I feel like we're getting better at bullshitting on this thing, so we're just like kind of like, but you said something I don't want to forget because I don't have it written down, but Tool.
Yeah, I was actually
Tool.
just.
Do you know
thinking
more
about
than
that.
I do about the Tool album?
No, I just saw them make a Facebook post about it the other day.
They did.
And yeah, and it wasn't even like a big long announcement of it, but they added. I don't know if they changed their profile picture or if it was just like a post that they made, but it was like it looked like a Tool album cover,
Right.
and it had a date on it. Hang on, I'm trying to find it here. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's right here. Tool, August 30th, 2019.
Till August 30th, 2019.
So
that's close. It's next month.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't too big on the last Perfect Circle album. I know we're not supposed to talk about stuff we don't like, but I was a fan of Perfect Circle, a lot of their old shit. But the last album, I'll have to go back and give it a listen. But I just,
but so
I was
far,
like,
I just didn't do it for you.
But yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's a different sound than Tool. It's supposed to be and everything.
Right.
But
it was even more like a different sound than a Perfect Circle.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Which is like, it's fine, but it's got to work, I guess. But
yeah.
whatever.
Somebody
probably liked it. I'm sure some people liked it. I probably did like it. I don't know. I'm talking shit and I don't even remember listening to the fucking album.
And I never really got into a Perfect Circle. Not because I didn't like them, but I've just never really sat down to
They've got
check
some
them
good
out.
songs. Check out 3 Libras. That's the one that got me into them. But they've got some good stuff. Judith, I think. Outsiders,
I have heard Judith.
Outsiders,
Judith
I think. Good. So they got some good shit. But I'm excited for Tool.
Yeah.
That's going to be good. I'm going to smoke some weed to that.
Oh, big time.
Big time. Big time.
First time you listen to it.
What the fuck is that from? Big time. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it.
But no, I'm really excited for that. Is there any other new stuff you're looking forward to?
Well, I tried to listen to some of the shit that came out today. So I got through a couple of them. BJ, the Chicago Kid, came out today. I have always seen his name on other features, like a feature on other songs. So I didn't know, and I guess he sings. I didn't know what he did. So he's got a song with Anderson .Paak. So instantly I'm like, yeah, I'm on board. So I listened to that first. I always go through Thursday night. Sometimes I listen to him Thursday night because you can get him at 10 p.m. And so I'll go through and kind of get an order of what I want to listen to the next morning. And so I checked that out. And then there was, what was it? The Papoose Mixtape. Do you remember Papoose? So you'd have to look up some of his old shit to get why he's dope. But all his shit's dope. But he would do the alphabet, and so he'd go through each letter, and he would rap it and rhyme it.
I've seen stuff like that on YouTube.
Yeah, and he did but he was, I think, one of the first people that did that shit. I don't know. I'm sure somebody else did it before him, but he was the one I remember doing it. So he had a mixtape come out, so I listened to that. And then there was this other dude, something YDN Corday or something like that. I think I might have to.
I've heard that name.
And that one was one where I just started listening to it, and it was pretty dope. Hold on, I'm fucking this up. YBN Corday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've listened to a lot of YBN Namir recently.
Who's that? Oh, that's his name. YBN.
YBN Namir. They're all part of that same group. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that was.
I'm pretty sure
what
that's
is
his
that?
name.
Hold on. I think that's fucking up the mic.
Yeah, YBN Namir.
YBN.
Yeah, no, he's pretty dope. He's a younger guy. I think he's younger than me. I want to say he's 19 or 20. But his shit's dope. I don't even know how to describe it. You just have to.
So that's a group, YBN.
I'm talking about it like I know, but I really don't know. I'm pretty sure that's just their clique. You know what I mean? Like ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't realize that was all what that was.
Oh, dude! Speaking of ASAP Rocky,
I love ASAP Rocky.
So you know how he's in jail, right?
Yes, I heard about that. For what was it for again? It was something stupid.
I don't know what it's for, but
they're not feeding him or something.
That's the rumor. I think somebody tried to squash that the other day. But did you see Donald Trump's tweet about it?
No, I missed that.
No, I got to look up the actual tweet. But he was talking about how we need to get ASAP Rocky out of jail right now. He's making it a top priority.
You know who would get him out of jail?
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk would get him out of jail.
Dude, Hawk 2020.
Have you thought any more about a vice president yet?
Dude, it slipped my mind. I don't know who it would be.
I mean, I feel like we got to get one, and then if we get them in time, we can get like T-shirts made for the Hawk 2020. But we got to come up with a good.
We got to talk about it on every podcast. President. Nobody forget.
I talked about it on the episode I have coming up with Mike Lick of Swell Surf Company.
On Itty Bitty podcast?
On the Itty Bitty podcast, yeah. We did talk about that, so it came up.
Very good, very good.
We're definitely going to stand
I want to get that pushing, dude.
I think it's a good thing to get pushing because I think everybody can get behind it. And then I think all we got to do is get Tony behind it.
Okay. This whole Area 51 meme that really got traction.
Clapping cheeks and whatnot.
Clapping cheeks. Yeah. Oh, we did talk about that.
We did, yeah. I had no idea that was a thing, and now I can't. The memes are everywhere.
Yeah,
now.
You can't stop seeing it.
Yeah. So I thought you were original, but then I'm on the internet. I'm like, this motherfucker jacked this shit from the fucking Facebook.
I'm pretty sure Tony Hawk responded to that saying that he was in. I could be wrong. It could have been somebody else.
But I'm pretty
sure it was Hawk.
He's just going to skate right past him.
Dude, you think bullets can hit Tony Hawk when he's skating? Fuck no. He's too radical.
He could just fucking...
He kick flips over the bullets. He'll ollie, around some of them.
I feel like the only thing we've said about skate, like the tricks that he's going to do is kickflip, ollie, and 360.
That's all he needs.
I don't know anymore.
The fundamentals.
Grind? You can maybe grind. I know a half pipe. I mean,
what's another?
Is there another move? Flapjack? Is that a move? No, that's not something.
You think you're just making shit up?
I think that one was made up. The last one was definitely fucking made up.
You do a pop shove it.
Oh, pop shove is a thing.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that from
I'm
Tony
just
Hawk
saying
Pro
Tony
Skater.
Hawk words that I know. I don't skate.
Well, we have to remind everybody too. But Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I mean,
a copy of Tony Hawk Pro Skater for every man, woman, and child.
And that's in the country. That's Tony Hawk.
That's Tony Hawk. That's his campaign that he's running on.
Tony Hawk 2020. Well, all right,
Hawk 2020.
We got to think about this seriously before we get back into the music stuff.
Vice President to President Hawk.
I mean,
who are our contenders last time? Shaun White, but he's ginger, so he's out. Who else?
What about like Cardi B?
Cardi B
and... Because she's always talking about taxes and shit. Like, it would be Tony Hawk and then just titties and ass 2020.
But
Hawk and ass.
Do you think Tony Hawk...
ass 2020.
Do you think Tony Hawk would choose Cardi... That's what it's really about, is who he would choose. I don't think he would choose Cardi B to run with him.
You'd have to get somebody with the last name Man, so it could be Hawkman 2020. Who could you get?
Hawkman 2020. I don't know.
We're going to have to come back to this because I feel like we can't waste too much time.
We got to really give this some thought and come back to it.
I know. I want to circle back
to
that.
We could do a whole podcast just plugging Tony Hawk, pushing Hawk 2020.
I know. Well, I mean, if we write him in, if enough people write him in, doesn't he just become the skate ambassador of the United States? Because that's what they would change it to. It wouldn't be president anymore. It would be the skate ambassador of the United States of America.
Make America skate again.
Make America skate. I forgot that was a thing too. I forgot about that part. So I've been also... What was I going to say? Oh man, I fucked up my shit. Are we going back to talk about music? Or
yeah. That's what this one's really supposed to be about.
Yeah, I mean, we jump back and forth.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I've been listening to... So last week I named a couple of things that had come out, and I missed Murs. Have you ever listened to Murs?
Mm-mm.
Have you listened to Murs? That was one my wife actually picked out. I was like, pick one of these albums based on the cover and we'll listen to it. And it was like the last album that he had come out. And so that was dope. So the new one just came out with, I can't remember who it's with, Brighter Days or some shit. That's the name of the album. I can't remember, but it's good. Yeah. So check that out too.
For sure.
Murs, for anybody who's listening, Murs, M-U-R-S. That's
I feel like we both listen to a lot of like very different music. Like I gotta send you like my list of shit that I'm gonna listen to throughout the week, and then you send me yours, and we'll both listen to them.
Okay.
And then we can actually like fucking.
You heard of Coda? Coda the Friend?
Coda?
You gotta listen to Coda the Friend. I don't know what their pronoun is. I can't just assume, but Coda the Friend.
Dude.
I guess the friend is their gender.
Are you assuming genders in current year?
Fucked up, man. I'm sorry.
I swear to God, dude. If you're not PC, we can't podcast.
You said the R word last week, so... That's gonna come back to haunt you sometime.
I can't say retarded. Tom Segura can say retarded, but he's also Tom Segura.
Yeah. Well, he says you're not supposed to say it anymore. I'm pretty sure is what his bit was. Is that like you can't say it anymore? Like you're not supposed to. Yeah.
But hey, I don't know.
Hey, so I just gotta. One of us has to play devil's advocate, so we don't get labeled as all right. I'm gonna whisper
dude,
that.
You can't, dude. You can't be labeled all right.
And I'm Hispanic. I know you don't. I know you don't like to give that to me, but I am.
Just barely.
Don't assume my goddamn ethnicity.
I identify as Hispanic.
I always write shit down. I do stop writing shit down because I write shit down for the podcast, and then we blow right through it, and I'm just like, and I should have just like come in here like not. I did that the other day, and I just didn't write anything down. It worked great, so I'm fucking up right now. I'm fucking up on all fronts. You went to the movies last night, right?
Yeah, I did.
Or last night, yeah.
Yeah, last night. I fucking like 11. Went to see a 3-hour movie at 11 o'clock.
You saw The Lion King?
What?
I'm just kidding. You didn't see The Lion King, bro?
Fucking no. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay. Great
movie. Absolutely great.
What would you give it? How many thumbs up?
We're turning into a movie review podcast.
We can do whatever the fuck we want, man. This falls under the itty bitty podcast.
I don't know. I'm biased because I just love Tarantino movies.
What about Margot Robbie?
I was literally just about to say Margot Robbie was in it, so it automatically gets like 3 extra points.
Starts at a 7.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It starts at a 7. No, honestly, I'd give it a solid. No, a solid 7, soft 8.
Yeah.
You know.
Any weird sex scenes?
No.
I don't know why I just asked that.
I was gonna say not for Tarantino, or it's unusual for Tarantino.
Yeah, does he have like
but
sex
I don't know.
No?
I know he's got a lot
more murder.
Yeah, it's usually violence, not so much sex scenes. But no, I thought it was really good. Brad Pitt did a really good job. DiCaprio did a good job. Margot Robbie did a really good job.
All those lines she had. I remember he had some reporter asked Tarantino like, did you intentionally give her only a couple of lines or some shit? And he just said, I reject your hypothesis. It's like, damn.
He wasn't having it, man. He wasn't playing their game.
No, I'm not going to give you a fucking soundbite. That shit was funny.
Not giving you your story. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I'm going to go see that. But I'm probably going to go see Lion King too. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah.
So, sorry. We're going to give you movie reviews too sometimes.
Yeah, you know.
What else is coming out that you're looking forward to?
Man, I don't know, actually. Music-wise, that's all that I really got on my plate right now. That's like coming up.
Tool. I'm trying to think. You going to any more concerts? Oh, you were supposed to go to Suicide Boys.
I was supposed to go to Suicide Boys in Seattle.
At least you didn't get kicked out.
Yeah. Fuck the WAMU, by the way.
Fuck the WAMU.
Fuck the WAMU
It's
theater.
probably your fault that you didn't go. But
no, I heard it was a really good time. Because a couple people that we know went to it. And
why didn't you end up going?
Fucking work. I had to be a responsible adult and, show up to work, not call in sick again, because I do that way too much. But, I saw a bunch of Snapchats about it, and it was fucking insane. Yeah. Seattle went crazy.
Who was the opener?
There were a few. Shoreline Mafia was there.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'll have to send you all these guys, because they were all dope.
I have all old guy shit.
Shoreline Mafia was there. City Morgue was there. Fuck. Who else was there?
There's a lot of aggressive names.
Oh, yeah.
Suicide Boys, Shoreline Mafia.
Of course, Suicide Boys. They did like a 2-hour set. I said that like I was there. Shoreline Mafia. I think Night Lavelle was there.
I don't know who that is.
I think there was one more, but I forget. But no, City Morgue, from what I was told. And I don't know what song it was, but before they did one of their real hard songs, they're like, okay, we want half the people over here and half the people over here, pointing to either sides of the room. And I'm like, all right, when this shit drops, we want you to fucking just run and kill each other. And they were, hold and fucking go, and sent the left and right half of the room just at each other. And, it was fucking
like
wild.
A mosh pit, or they actually beat the shit out of each other?
I mean, I'm sure some people threw some punches.
I was never a big fan of the mosh pits. Like, I would always go. I went to a lot of metal shows when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I got pushed. Somebody fucking pushed me from behind. And I got elbowed in the face when I first, because I wasn't prepared for it. So I turned around and I just fucking punched him right in the chest. I was so fucking mad. Then my buddy grabbed me and pulled me off. I was super young. There was like a free Stained concert, I think, in
fucking Stained.
There was supposed to be like 1,000 people there. They announced a free concert. There was like 10,000 people there. So because it was in like, I think, Government Center in Boston, and so it was like fucking packed. And so it was already hot. It was sweaty. I didn't want to go in the mosh pit, and some dude just fucking pushed me, and I just turned around and lit his ass up. I was so mad.
You didn't just ride the pit?
I was getting claustrophobic, because it was like, they were literally like, there was a space for 1,000 people, and it was 10,000 people or some shit like that showed up, because it was a free concert in the middle of the summer, and so it just got super packed. And they would do free concerts there all the time. Well, different shit like that. Like, the first time I saw them I pre-ordered their album, and they gave you a ticket to the concert.
Oh, so, nice.
Like, I used to go to a lot of their shows and shit. But speaking of Boston, I'm going to be back there. I just said a little bit before. I'm so fucking ready to eat some pizza. The pizza out here sucks.
Some Boston pizza. Fuck you.
It does. I mean, there's no good pizza. They've got the Take and Bake Papa Murphy's, which we've already talked about.
What is good pizza to you?
Well, like in Boston, they have like the bar pizza. So it's like the small, and it's got the thin crust. But then they also, if you go into the city, there's a place called Pizzeria Regina. That's the shit. You got to go to the right one, though. It's the one in the north end. And it's got it's so bomb. They, like, you know how some people will pat their shit with the napkins to get rid of the oil?
Get the grease,
They give you bottles of oil on the table to just pour onto your shit. And I do it every time. I just put oil and garlic powder, and it's so good. It's brick oven pizza. That shit's so good. So
I do like brick oven pizza. I'll have to try it the Boston way. I've never had a Boston pizza.
Yeah. Well, we went back last year for my bachelor party, for the wedding. Bachelor party. I was in Boston for the bachelor party. That was the last time I was in Boston. And we rented like a trolley. And so it was a party trolley, and we bought way too much alcohol. We had so much alcohol. We left one bottle on the bus. Somebody else left the bottle in Boston somewhere, just like, hopefully a homeless guy found it, not some kids. Allegedly, we left alcohol. So it was like a third of a bottle, three-fourths of a bottle full of Jack Daniels, because we had killed 2 other bottles. We killed a bottle of Hennessy. We killed a bottle of other vodka. But there was like 10 of us. So we drove that around Boston, and then I don't even remember what the fuck happened after that. But that was the last time I was in Boston, so I'm excited to be back when I'm actually going to remember it and not be trashed like a fucking idiot.
Not black out and piss your pants.
Yeah, not black out and get kicked out of Wu-Tang or piss my pants. Yeah, fucking dumbass shit that I do.
Fuck the WAMU.
Fuck the WAMU. But there's a bunch of shit coming out today that I kind of poked through. DJ Snake. It's like EDM shit.
Yeah, I know DJ Snake.
Yeah. Well, of course you do. Like, why are you looking at me like you don't know? Trying to make me like, yeah, old man, I know that shit. Yeah, that shit's... I started listening to a couple of tracks on that shit. It was pretty good, but I didn't really get too much into it. So
I think the last DJ Snake song I heard was "Turned Down for What" in like 2014.
That's DJ Snake.
Yeah,
I know they had the other one with Killer Mike and homeboy. What's the other? Big L. Is that his name? The other dude from Run the Jewels. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I forget. I think it's Big L. I don't know. No, it's not Big L. But the other dude from Run the Jewels. It was those two.
Okay.
So it was basically Run the Jewels and DJ Snake. I don't know why I fucking said it like an idiot, but I just took the long way to get there.
Dude, did I ever tell you about the time I tried to bribe my way into the Crocodile to see Alice in Chains?
No.
I never did?
So. You might have.
Huh.
No, I don't think you did.
Okay. Because you mentioned that, like, was it Stained? That you said, like, you bought the album and then then they gave you a ticket to the show? Yeah, when one of their albums came out, you went to the comic book store they were at in the morning and pre-ordered it, and they would sign it for you there. Okay.
and then they did a free show that night for anybody who pre-ordered the album. You got tickets to the show.
So Alice in Chains was doing that for their new, well, it's not new anymore. It came out like last September, August or September. Rainier Fog. So when that was releasing, they're like, okay, we're gonna do. It was either 1 or 2 shows at the Crocodile, which it's a smaller club that was like really popular, like when grunge was happening in Seattle. And like, okay, we're gonna do like I said, 1 or 2 shows at the Crocodile. And to get tickets, you had to show up at a specific record store in Seattle, and either you had to buy the album in some form, like you could buy like a digital copy or fucking like a CD, the vinyl, or whatever. And I heard about that like fucking however many hours after it had already happened, because you had to show up at a certain time window too.
Right.
And so I'm like, fuck, I want to go see Alice in Chains at the Crocodile, So I call up the venue, and I'm like, is there any way I can buy tickets? And they're like, no, you had to be at the record store. Like, all right. So I convinced one of our friends to go with me. And I was like, okay, somebody's got to be selling their ticket for a stupid high price, outside the venue or whatever. We'll just go up there and we'll try to scalp one.
Right.
And so he's like, all right, yeah, fuck it. So we drive up to Seattle. And nobody's selling one, so we get in line to get in, and we get all the way up to the front door, and we're like, hey, is there any way you can get us in there? Like, can we buy a ticket from you, some unsold, anything like that? And she's like, no, when you bought the album, you actually got put on a guest list. It's like took your name down and all your information and shit, and you just show up, give them your name, and you can go in. And we're like, shit, man. So we're like, fuck, we're trying to scheme our way in there. And we brought I think we brought like $400 with us to try and buy tickets, because we figured they were going to be expensive, And we tried giving the entire $400 to the lady at the front door, and she was like, absolutely not, no. just basically told us to fuck off. And we're like, all right, well, fuck you too. We tried. And so there was a side door.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not worth losing your job over $400.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. And so we went on to the side door, because there was like a little like bar area, like or not a bar, but like a patio area to like step outside, get some air, take your drink out there. And so we were like, fuck, we could just walk right through that door, but they had a staff member there making sure people like us didn't fucking do that. We're like, maybe this guy's chill. Maybe he'll take our bribe. And we're like, hey, listen, man, we're big Alice in Chains fans. We didn't even hear about the record store thing until it was too late. Can you just get us in there? And we flash him the money. And he takes a look at it, and he's like, fuck, man, I really like my job, or I would. And you could tell, like, he actually wanted to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
but
you
he
want
was
to help people out if you can,
right?
But
he was like, yeah, for like fire safety reasons and shit. I'd get fired over it, so I can't. And we're like, fuck. But we just hung out there like the whole show and kept thinking like, oh, could we jump through the window or fucking whatever? But didn't get to see the Chains, man.
The Chains. Alice in Chains is dope.
It's a happy ending to that story.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it actually got worse. My car got broken into that night.
But I'll give you guys a rim job.
Dude, fucking dry handy was the best he could do. Rusty trombone. But no, my car got broken into that night. That was shitty. They stole my backpack.
I thought it was a happy ending.
But they are playing a show. Where is it? I think they're playing at CenturyLink Field in this September.
Oh, yeah?
And I have tickets to that.
Oh, nice.
So I actually get to see the Chains finally.
Sweet. I should probably go check them out before they get too old. I loved Alice in Chains when I was growing up. I still do. I haven't really kept up with some of it. I listened to Rainier Fog a little bit of it. But
I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. I'll have to check it out. I'm going to... Did I talk about going to Naco? Do you know who Naco is? Naco and Medicine for the People?
No idea.
So in case you couldn't tell by the name, it's definitely like hippie music. But it's good. So we found out about them. We were going to a concert. It was a Revolution concert, reggae. And so my buddy was coming up, and he just happened to know, he had a hookup on backstage passes. He knew the trumpet player that tours with them.
Right.
So he got us backstage, and we were so tired from we partying the whole weekend, just drinking and being out in the sun. that we were so tired from that weekend that we were just like, we got backstage, smoked a blunt with the trumpet player from Revolution, had a couple beers, and then we were like, fuck, we gotta go. We're so tired. And he's like, all right, like, see you guys later. But like all like the band, we're going to see Naco in a couple weeks. We have backstage passes, so that should be fun.
Fucking cool, man.
But yeah, he would have been there hanging out and shit. But I mean, it was cool. I'm like, I've never been backstage. I'm like, I didn't really like. I like Revolution. I'm not like a diehard fan or anything like that. But it was just cool to be backstage, like.
Just like hanging out, you know, yeah, like with all those people.
Yeah, because I definitely like once I get going, like I would have been the life of that fucking party.
Oh, for sure.
I would have been Mr. Rager, like ready to go, running around like, how many fucking cake stands can I do?
You ever hear Bert Kreischer's story about him being the machine?
Yeah, the machine.
You would have been the machine, dude.
I would have been like beyond the machine. Like there's so many like ridiculous stories for me. Just when I used to just drink too much, like. It wasn't like a problem drinker. I wasn't like I would get so drunk that I would be like, fucking.
You're just out of control.
Yeah, I just partied. I like to have it. Like I was more into like going out and partying and like. But then once I met my wife and settled down, I found my way. And then I found Jesus.
She saved me.
And I found Jesus. No, I just. Yeah, but. That time I was like, fuck man, we were so tired and we had such a long ride because it takes forever to get anywhere. So you ever been backstage?
Oh, no. I met Suicide Boys outside of their bus because they played in Seattle in 2017 and it was at the Neptune Theater, which is kind of a smaller venue, and we were walking up and their bus was parked just right outside, and so we're like, fuck, after the show we'll just kind of hang out near that and see if they want to smoke or whatever. And sure enough, they came out, and before they came out, their DJ Crystal Meth, check him out.
DJ Crystal
That's
Meth.
his name.
What the fuck?
Yeah. DJ Crystal Meth was out there. We were hanging out with him. Fucking their photographer was out there. We were talking with him too, and then the boys came out. They signed my Vans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need to get those like fucking
sealed up or shit.
Yeah, sealed up in something.
Sealed.
Preserve them somehow.
I feel like Seattle's kind of good. You can do that in Seattle. There's like a lot of the times there's people who will do shows and they just park right outside there, and you can go and show up, and it's like right there. It's easy.
It was just like a big charter bus and shit. So it was like, yeah, park it right out there and fuck it. Who cares? Yeah,
if you have the energy. That's why if I wasn't so drunk during that Wu-Tang thing, man, I hate to keep coming back to that, but. Like if I just had my wits about me, I could have just gone and stood by the bus and been like, yo, this is what happened. They'd probably be like, sorry, bro. Rules are rules.
I don't know, man.
What?
Dude.
Like what?
If you waited for him, maybe you could have had him on the podcast.
Yeah, right.
They're fucking Wu-Tang Clan. They wouldn't come on this shit.
Yeah, right. We might be able to get Jimmy the Human.
Yeah, hey, that's almost as good as Wu-Tang.
Although he'll probably listen to it and be like, I don't know. No.
Like these guys, I don't know about
I'm okay
that.
without it.
Dude, you know who I do want to go backstage and meet, though?
Who?
Fat Nick.
Fat Nick, you were talking about Fat Nick last week.
I called him basic. I don't mean that in a bad way. But it's just kind of like...
I mean, he probably heard it all. Yeah. It's already in the universe.
Like no fucking shade on Fat Nick. But it's just kind of like, fun trap music.
Does he know you call him Fat Nick? Or is this just something you call him behind his back?
It's Nicky Gordo, man. Fat Nick, a.k.a. Nicky Gordo, your man Crush Monday. Fucking... What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Backstage with him, he calls him Meet and Eats.
Meet and Eats?
Meet and Eats.
Meet and Eats.
Because you pay to go backstage, and it's kind of like a meet and greet, but it's a meet and eat, because he orders a bunch of pizzas and shit. He's Fat Nick, dude. Look him up on Instagram, @TheRealFatNick.
@TheRealFatNick.
I hope I said that right. I'm going to have to look him up right now. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
@TheRealFatNick.
Hang on. But yeah, no, I'd go backstage, hang out with Fat Nick, and
if he's providing pizzas, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Eat before the show.
I fucking we've been talking about pizza a lot.
It's @TheRealFatNick for sure. Check him out.
I really want pizza now.
Me too, man. But I'm getting sushi after this.
Sushi. I was watching. There's a show on Netflix called, I forget which one it was. I think it was Ugly Delicious. And they were doing a whole episode about pizza. And one of the things they did was like a sushi pizza.
What?
Yeah. It was kind of gross.
How does that work?
I forget how he did it, but it was like, I mean, it was just basically the ingredients of a sushi, but as like a pizza.
Huh.
And then there was another one that was like similar, and they did something weird. I don't know. The sushi pizza was just weird.
Do you eat sushi?
I eat sushi, yeah.
Okay.
I don't really fuck with the raw shit, just because like.
Yeah, I eat sushi, but I don't fuck with the raw shit.
Yeah, my wife likes like the raw. What's the ones? The tuna, the albacore tuna, I think. Do they do those raw, the tuna ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she likes the tuna ones.
Tuna, spicy tuna.
She likes the ones with just like the little strip of tuna on it.
Oh.
Yeah, she likes those ones. I don't really like those ones. So, but I do like sushi. There's like the places in LA where they have the boats.
Oh, like the conveyor belt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, how fucking long has this ship been cruising around?
There's one of those up in Lacey.
Yeah.
But I went and ate at that one. It was pretty good.
First time I did sushi, we did like all you can eat. So that way it was just like,
There's a lot of it, but it's not the best.
Well, it was good. The place we went was when I was living in California, in Los Angeles, well, in the San Fernando Valley, but
porn star capital of the world.
Porn star capital of the world. I served many a porn stars, as far as not like fucking them, but like as far as like I was served them like alcohol and food and shit, because I was a server bartender.
So you're giving them the hot Cosby? You're serving them alcohol? I can't take credit for that. That's from South Park.
Oh fuck! What was I just saying? Oh fuck! I lost my train of thought. Uh-oh. What was I talking about before?
Sushi in the San Fernando Valley.
Sushi in the San Fernando Valley.
All you can eat.
Oh yeah, all you can eat. So yeah, it was pretty good. And it was I think it was like $25, and they told you if you didn't finish it, you had to pay for it or something. You had to pay extra for it. So like you had to eat all of it. But we went with like I think 4 people. And so you can try, that's the way to do it. So you can try just everything when you're first learn. Yeah. So that's how I first experienced it, was just kind of going out through all that stuff.
Nice.
Trying to think of what other music I've been listening to today. I know there was, I said BJ the Chicago Kid, who's like kind of like a singer. That shit was good. Of Monsters and Men has a new album. I listened to like 2 minutes of that. Do you know who they are?
Of Monsters and Men or of Mice and Men?
No, I think it was of Monsters and Men.
Okay, because I know like a metalcore band of Mice and Men, but I don't know what of Monsters and Men is.
Yeah, I only listened to a little bit. I didn't have much time before we were going to do this, but I wanted to get it in before I'm on the other coast. And I should take the time while we have a little bit of a lull right now to talk about the Itty podcast, which is my other show. It's interview based, so I'll have different interviews each week. This week coming up, I have Michael Millard from Michael Millard Racing. So I sat down and talked with him, and I did his Facebook live stream last week, so that was cool.
How'd that go, dude?
It was fun. We had a good time. Yeah, well, I mean, I can't talk like I do on this, so I couldn't say like fuck and like, well, you
the
could
ridiculous
say fuck.
things that we say.
Yeah,
I've said fuck probably 600 times on the show.
Yeah, you could say fuck, like, but I couldn't talk about like, you know, doing fucking drugs and shit, like, you know.
Right, like your experience at the hippie festival probably wouldn't have been cool on that.
Right, like, yeah, this is what I do sometimes, guys. This is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever, fuck it. I mean, I'm gonna be real and shit. But it went well. It was fun. Yeah. It was like we did like 2 hours. I got to drive the car. So if you want to see,
you got to drive his car?
Well, not the car. Sorry, my bad. I got to drive the fucking car. Yeah, right. Like, would you like to drive my 100,000? I don't know how expensive the car is.
Very expensive.
Very expensive car. No, he wasn't gonna let me do that. So, it was his iRacing. So I got to.
Oh, he's got one of those simulators.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, but. Shout out to him. So
you ever think about Facebook Living this?
We could probably do that at some point.
Like while we record?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna probably get a GoPro once I get back, and we'll get it all hooked up.
Yeah.
And once we're running and stuff and getting smoother and smoother.
Yeah. I think
this
we're
one,
doing a lot better, man.
Yeah, if the sound quality on this one sucks, it's because we had to kind of improvise. So Carson's gonna get his fucking dream car, and he's gonna start coming to me.
Yeah.
So, and it's like,
oh man, you want to talk about a dream car? Have you seen the new Corvette?
No, you're talking to the wrong guy. I try. I like when I see a nice car, I'm like, oh, that's dope. But it's
not your thing.
Yeah, I was never into that stuff. But like, I do appreciate them.
Yeah.
I see them driving out because there's like car shows and shit all over the place. So I'll see them all coming out, especially closer to my house. There's a shitload of different car shows and stuff that they'll come out for. Mm-hmm. So there's all different types of old cars, new cars.
You don't have like a dream car though? Like there's one that you like, and any car in the world that you could have.
Does it have to be like?
It could be anything. Like any of them just like really get you excited.
The Batmobile.
The Batmobile. Hey, it counts.
Yeah, that would be it. Like that's if cool. I was gonna get a car, it would be like the Batmobile. Like if for my 40th birthday, if like by my 40th birthday we're loaded, my wife, if she'll ever listen to this, she probably won't. But
that's a cooler answer than I expected.
I would want the Batmobile.
I thought you'd say like Lamborghini or something.
I was going to say the Millennium Falcon first, but I was like, that wouldn't be too practical.
I know it's going to be a car.
I'll go Batmobile.
Batmobile would be pretty cool. Which Batmobile, though?
I don't know. The new one was like too much like a tank. I mean, it was pretty dope. It did a lot of dope shit. But I'd have to say Michael Keaton's from the Michael Keaton.
Nice.
Or from, what's his name? The fucking weird guy does weird movies. What the fuck's his name?
The weird guy that does weird movies?
He always works with Johnny Depp. Why the fuck? Tim Burton. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name for some reason. That's what happens when you smoke too much weed. So we're at about 45 minutes, and we're doing kind of a short. Should we do a shorter one today since we're about to go on vacation, and since we are kind of wrapping it up here?
Yeah.
Or what do you want? Do you have anything else you want to talk about this week before we wrap it up? I should probably ask you since we're co-hosts and stuff. Besides the Tony Hawk 2020.
Dude, all I have to say is Tony Hawk has got my vote, and I'm writing him in on election day. So tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your sister, fucking.
And if anybody's listening, please think about good vice presidents for Tony Hawk, because we want to make this a real thing.
Send them to the Instagram. Head us in the DMs.
Yeah.
Tell us who you want the 2020 vice president to be.
Yeah, it's got to run on a platform of Make America Skate Again.
Make America Skate Again.
And new pro skaters every year.
New pro skaters every year.
Oh, speaking of skateboarding. Sorry, I know I said we were going to wrap it up, but speaking of skateboarding, have you seen the movie Mid-90s?
Yes.
That movie's, I guess it can be music related. That movie's soundtrack is dope.
It was amazing.
It's really good. That Herbie Hancock joint when they're partying and shit, and it's got that, it builds and builds and builds, and he's just drinking the 40.
Yeah.
The little kid. That movie was so dope.
And then really like when everything is like chilling out and he's talking to that girl, it's got that Nirvana song. Well, or it wasn't Nirvana song, but the one from Unplugged. Where'd You Sleep Last Night?
Yeah, Where'd You Sleep Last Night? Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, it was a really good movie. They had a lot of old school hip hop, which I always like. A lot of old school like alternative rock from the 90s. Jonah Hill did a good job. That was Jonah Hill, right?
Yeah, it was his. If I'm not mistaken, it was his first time being a director.
All those kids were really good. They did a good job.
They did a hell of a good job.
Soundtrack was dope. It was banging.
There's not a lot of movies that I'll buy anymore, but that's one of them for sure.
Ooh, real quick, since we're talking about stuff coming up that we're excited for, 3 from Hell.
Yeah.
He dropped just one song. I guess it was a guy who did a song from the original soundtrack. Have you heard the Devil's Rejects soundtrack?
I've never sat down to listen to it. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie too.
If you actually listen to it song by song, it's really good. House of a Thousand Corpses, that soundtrack's alright. It's more like rock, but this one sounds like it's gonna be good. He started to tease a little bit of the soundtrack, and I was like, fuck yeah! If it's any good, if it's half as good as 3 from Hell, it should be pretty dope. So that's coming out, I think, in September. So that's a ways off. We'll probably end up talking about that again. But
that and the new It movie coming out, or the second part of the new It movie. I guess it is.
Yeah.
I really like the first one.
the new ones.
Yeah.
We went back and rewatched the old one. Have you seen the original one?
The original. What's the guy's
bad.
name? Fucking Tim something. That plays it.
I know who you're talking about from
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry, yeah.
Yeah,
right,
the Tim Curry one. Yeah, it's not great.
No,
at least in my opinion. But
no, I mean he was terrifying when you were younger, just because like it was a creepy dude in a clown mask.
Clowns aren't cool,
makeup.
man.
Yeah, they're not cool.
Like, I'm not afraid of them, but they're just not cool. Like, who fucking...
My wife hates clowns, so I always constantly, like, I'll send her gifts in the middle of the night, like, just of a clown.
Just send her Pennywise, like, 3 a.m.
Yeah, when she's working, I just will send that through. Or, like...
That's why she scared you on the other podcast.
She scared the shit out of me. Like, if she has this fucking doll, we always put it away, and like it'll always just come. It's not like it comes up, it's not haunted or anything like that, but she'll like take it out or something, and it's just a stupid ass fucking doll. But I'll put it, like, I have pictures of it with a knife in its hand. I'll leave it on the toilet with a knife in its hand and shit. Like, when she won't know that I'm there, I'll go and sneak it and leave it there and then just dip out. And yeah, so I like to fuck with her. So, but anyway, we should probably wrap it up. So
yeah, my mic stand's falling off the table.
Ooh, yeah, that's not good. So
that's probably it.
Should we say the what is it, at Itty Bitty, or no, fuck that, it was just at Choice Nugs Only. I've gotta just get used to saying the one. At Choice Nugs Only on Twitter and Choice Nugs Only on Instagram, and then ittybittypodcast.com. You can listen to both of the podcasts. We got stickers on there for sale if you want to buy it. We're going to do everything free just because I don't want to have to like do commercials and shit,
right? Or
like direct you to our Patreon. So I'll just say this once, but there's stickers on the website, so you get something if you buy it. So not something, I mean, you get the sticker, you don't get fucking a hand job or something. But
dude,
they're dope stickers. Yeah, they're dope stickers. So and then maybe we'll do some sticker giveaways or something like that.
Yeah,
if we have anybody,
we can get creative with that.
So all right, well, let's finish up for this week, and
so
then,
that's Choice Nugs Only, episode 1.
Episode 1.2, 2.
Whatever you want to call it. Fuck
whatever.
it.
We'll just call it 1.0. I don't know.
That should be the tagline for the show. Yeah. Whatever you want to call it.
And then we'll figure out what we're gonna do for while I'm away. But it'll be dope, and I'll be in Boston, so I might have a fucking slight Boston accent or something, but we'll see.
I hope so.
Oh, and I'm gonna do some dope shit. I'm doing some interviews for Itty Bitty Podcast too that I'm excited about. But one of the ones I'm doing, I don't want to ruin it, but I think it's gonna be funny. But if I record it and it doesn't make me laugh, and I don't think it's funny, I'm not gonna put it on. So don't hold me to this.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I'm gonna try out when I'm back home. So I'm not gonna say anything as to what it is.
Oh,
but it's something I'm gonna try out for the Itty Bitty Podcast, because I said it's always gonna be changing and always gonna be different. So stay tuned for that. And then I guess
do we have separate websites for Itty Bitty Podcast and Choice Nugs Only?
No, man, I'm not made of money. No, maybe eventually, but I want to just do it under like the Itty Bitty like network at one point.
Okay, so yeah, that's
so basically
it's kind of the main brand.
And okay, because the Itty Bitty Podcast, it's anything but. So this is kind of like an offshoot of the Itty Bitty Podcast. So they exist together in the same universe.
ittybittypodcast.com. Go check it out.
Ittybittypodcast.com.
Peep that shit.
All right, later. And thanks for tuning in. We're going to be back next Tuesday, so make sure you download, review, and subscribe. Choice Nugs Only, available anywhere podcasts are distributed. And we'll be back next week for some more shenanigans. If you haven't, head over to ittybittypodcast.com. That's where we've got the website for Itty Bitty Podcast and Choice Nugs Only set up. You can send emails right through there, so if you want to submit any music or anything that you'd like to talk about, just send it in through there, and we'll see you guys next week. Later.